Okay, 30 minutes, total body. Today's focus is on glutes and balance. Ready for it? Take those hands and I want you to start to just knock on the front, sides, and back of your rib cage. We're starting to connect in with that diaphragm, that deep breathing muscle, which is also the top of your core. Most important muscle in your body. Gets air in, gets air out. And I want you to drop those palms. Imagine that you've got a weighted ball in each of those palms to keep your shoulders down your back. Nice long neck. You can close your eyes. Take an inhale, fill your ribs and belly. Exhale, let it go. On your next exhale, I want you to check in with your pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, I want you to imagine those 3 blueberries, front, middle, and back. Exhale, gently lift those blueberries up. Inhale, place them back down. Good. Inhale, full release. Exhale, activation. Good. Then bring those hands to your lower abdominals, right above your pubic bone, underneath the belly perhaps. And as you breathe out and lift your pelvic floor, can you start to feel that deep abdominal wrap? So you can think of wrapping the abs, you can think of corseting, you can think of a zipper that starts right here at your pubic bone and zips all the way up to the bottom of your rib cage. This is your full core breathing belly pump breath. That's a mouthful, right? So we inhale, fill, release, fill the ribs and belly, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Those are your blueberries. Wrap, hug, sequence all the way up to the bottom of the rib cage. Take that one more time. Inhale, fill. We're just setting that foundation. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor or Kegel, wrap lower, middle, upper abdominal wall. Hug that baby back towards you. Great, we're gonna take the same breath in an all fours position. So I want you to set yourself up so your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are right over your knees. You're gonna take that inhale, fill, that belly's gonna drop down towards the floor. As you exhale, lift your pelvic floor or Kegel, and then wrap, hug, and zip in close to your body. Inhale, fill. Now as you do this, you just wanna work those core muscles. You don't wanna round your spine or tuck your pelvis. We're trying to maintain a nice neutral spine. And you're also trying to get those core muscles to turn on to stabilize your spine and your pelvis. Once you feel like you're coordinated with the breath here, I want you to exhale, lift your right palm, left knee, put that down, inhale, reset through the center. Exhale, shift over to the other side. Inhale through the center, exhale, shift. So you're gonna take a few more of these, and I want you to just imagine that you've got water glasses lining down your spine, full of water, and as you take that shift from right to left, you don't wanna spill a single drop. That's gonna come from those deep core muscles hugging in to make that spine nice and stable. We're gonna sit back in child's pose, extend those arms, take a nice big breath here. You're gonna drop your belly between the thighs. Then as you exhale, that's that core breathing belly pump. You're gonna lift the pelvic floor, wrap and hug as you shift your weight forward. You can choose to add a push-up here. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. All depends on your level of that core connection. The important thing here is that you're lifting, wrapping, and hugging that abdominal wall close to you as you go out, as you come back. This is your inhale reset. Take 2 more here. Coordinating every single movement with your breath. And sit yourself back down. We're gonna come out into a side plank position. Get those obliques to fire up, that core integration from a different position. Shoulder right on top of your elbow. This hand can either be on the floor, on your hip, or if you're gonna level up, you're gonna take it right here. You're gonna inhale, fill the ribs and belly, exhale, lift everything up. From here, we're gonna hold that lifted position if you can. If you need to come down and reset, take that break. Otherwise, you're gonna come up here and you're gonna go through that cycle of inhale, fill, exhale, zipping everything up. Inhale, fill, exhale. One more time, hang on to it. Inhale, fill, exhale. Ooh, good. Bring your hips down, push yourself up. We're gonna flip over to the other side. So you're gonna take that same positioning, elbow right underneath your shoulder. You're gonna take that version that feels good on your body. Inhale, release, exhale, zip everything up. 3 breaths here. Inhale, fill, exhale, zip. Take it again, inhale, fill, exhale, zip. One more time, inhale, fill, and exhale, zip. Great. Come on to all fours again. You're gonna tuck your toes, you're gonna pop your hips up into the air, And as long as that acid reflux isn't too bad here, we're gonna pedal and press through the feet, getting into the hips, working out the hamstrings. If this down dog position does not feel good on you, just skip it, bring yourself back up to standing, maybe stretch out those calves and hamstrings a little bit, start to put a little movement into them. We're gonna take 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk yourself halfway up. Bend your knees, drop your tailbone, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head's the last thing up, good. Just roll those shoulders out a little bit, shake out the knees, bring them forward. Good, let that blood flow return. And then I want you to check in with your posture here. Micro bend in the knees, neutral pelvis. So take a little tuck and a tilt. So in and out, in and out and in, and then just circle those hips around a little bit, getting a little bit of mobility in the pelvis. Go the other way for 4, 3, 2, heading right into a balance. Find a leg, lift that leg up. If you have any kind of pelvic instability, pelvic pain going on in your body, you're gonna come up into a releve underneath you instead. There we go. We're gonna find that core breathing belly pump. Inhale, fill. Exhale. One more right here, testing that balance. Inhale, fill. Exhale. Shifting over to the other side. So find that weight down into that standing leg, tiny bend in that knee, open up the chest and shoulders, bring your ribs on top of your hips. Inhale, fill. Exhale, lift. One more time, inhale, fill. Exhale, gather. So now if you've got some light weights, I want you to go ahead and grab them if you're using weights today. If not, you can do this next part without. I'm gonna give you a sideways view. We're gonna head back into that balance. And then what we're gonna do is use that core breathing belly pump to support us as we come down and up. So you're gonna take the opposite hand to your standing knee and return. And your most vulnerable point is right there in that incline. That's where I want you to turn on that core breathing belly pump. If you've got to come back to reset in the middle here, you can go ahead and put that foot down. We're gonna take 2 more. You may find that your balance is completely off today. That's okay. Try to go a little bit deeper with that core breathing belly pump. Flip and turn to the other side. Open up the chest and shoulders, bring those ribs right on top of the hips. Take a breath to start. And then down we go. We're gonna exhale, reach, up, return. Inhale, exhale, wrap those core muscles. Ooh, you'll find one leg or one side of the body that feels like it's a little off balance. Just slow it down there. Let's take 2 more. Exhale, bring it up. Nothing happens without your breath. Great, good. And then just give me a little reach and pull here. Just flush out that balance. Give yourself that side to side movement for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're gonna head down into our first squats of the day. Deep hip hinge. I want those sits bones, tailbones to go directly behind you. Tailbones, you've only got one. Tailbone. Take that shift back, and I want you to find your glutes here, not your quads, not your knees. So we're just gonna squat and lift, squat and lift. If you need to take a slower squat here, I want you to slow it down to find those glute muscles. 8 more counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Open up the chest, tiny little pulse. Again, make sure this isn't gripping in your quads. Find that tailbone, sits bones behind you. Open up the chest, few more counts. 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, I promise squats, I promise balance. We're gonna head into a little bit more of a glute burn. That leg's gonna go out to the side. You can keep hanging onto these weights for a little extra challenge. If you don't want them, go ahead and throw them off to the side. This is your weighted leg. This leg is just here for balance. We're gonna cross it behind us without opening the hips. Keep those hips driving right towards me. We're gonna reach down and press out. Now you heard, I went right into that core breathing belly pump breath. Where is your inhale? Where's your exhale? I don't care where you're putting it. I just want you to note, where's the breath in? Where's the breath out? Now this glute is already starting to burn on me. Whew. We're gonna take a few more counts on this side. In and out of that leg. Keep adjusting, readjusting that alignment, keeping the chest and shoulders open. We don't wanna round through the spine here. 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, and this is the last one. Good. We're gonna go back to that reach and pull. Flush it out through the center here. Reach, pull. This is your breather. Get that breath nice and low. Using that diaphragm. 3, 2, other side. Find that standing leg. Most of your weight is here. This one's just for balance. Open it up, exhale. Right into that breath. Good. Keep those hips driving directly towards me. You're always reconnecting with that breath. Again, where are you breathing in? Where are you breathing out? That's it. Just a few more here. Starting to feel that burn on this side, right? Your quads are gripping. This is in your knee. I want you to go a little bit further behind you to get that glute to fire. 2 more. Last one. Good. Back down into squats. If you want a little heavier weight, feel free to pick those up now. We're gonna bring these to our shoulders, head back into that squat position. Nice and low, pull it up, down, and up. Use those legs, use those glutes to get you in and out of the floor. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna add a rotation at the top. I'm gonna reach across my body. As I do that, that's my breath out. Think of your core as a wet towel that you're just gonna wring out all that water and wrap it towards you. Squat it down, reach, return. Squat, other side, reach, return. I've got inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Squat, twist and reach, and squat, twist and reach. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, one more on each side, 4, 3, last one. Good, flush it out, reach and pull. How are you doing? Grab yourself a sip of water if you need it right here. Let your head go, maybe blow out through your lips. A few more counts. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna come to one leg to do our arm work. Again, any instability in the pelvis, your one leg looks like this. It's just lifted up on those toes. Take a leg, ground it down into the floor, put a tiny micro bend in that knee, bring your ribs on top of your hips. We're gonna hold right here, 90 degrees. Little pulse, up, down, 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going with that cycle with your breath. 2, 1, we're gonna open and close. Put that leg down whenever you need to reset, reconnect. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Over to the other side. Find that balance. Pulse those arms up and down. Make sure that you've got a nice straight line. You're not rounding through the shoulders here as you get tired. 4, 3, 2, open, close. We've got open, close. Find your breath. Inhale, exhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back into those squats. Woo. All the way down, all the way up. Squat and press and squat and press for 8, 7, 6, 5. Find your glutes. 3, 2 more, and last one. Good. We're gonna head into some cardio. You can put these down if you want. If you want the extra challenge, go ahead and keep them up in your hands. Grab yourself a sip of water if you need it. And I'm just gonna head into some hip circles here just for a moment while I catch my breath before we start to head into that interval training. Go the other way. And then before we start to move a little bit faster, I'm gonna realign that posture in my body. Feet right underneath me, micro bend in the knees, neutral pelvis, ribs on top. Neck is relaxed. Inhale, fill. Exhale, lift. Wrap and engage at the front of the body. Take that one more time. Inhale, fill. Exhale. Good. First move, first interval. We're gonna go for about a minute. We're gonna take a skater side to side. So I want you to imagine that you're one of those speed skaters in the Olympics, and you're just gonna keep those hips driving straight towards me. The leg that goes behind is the same arm that's gonna come forward. Now I want you to keep your back nice and extended here. Don't round through the body. And you're feeling that weight shift from side to side. My people with any kind of pelvic instability, pelvic pain, this is gonna look a lot different. Reach, return, reach. Yeah, side to side here. We've got about 30 seconds to go. Keep breathing, find your breath, find your glutes, get that butt behind you, get a little bit lower. We're testing your endurance here, mentally and physically. That heart rate's up, that blood is moving. 8 more counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are gonna come all the way down to the ground for our reset. So we're gonna get ourselves down, wrap those core muscles. If you're still comfortable on your back, you can go ahead and lie on your back, or just make a little pillow for your arm. We're gonna take 45 seconds to reset here. So we inhale, exhale. We're trying to move back into that parasympathetic nervous system, that deep diaphragmatic breath. So when we take those intervals, we put ourselves into that fight or flight mode, that sympathetic nervous system. And that's our high, high, high. Adrenaline, cortisol. And then we come down here, we hit the ground, our body hits that low. And you can start to think of that as the highs and the rises and falls during labor. During a contraction, during pushing, during any kind of situation that gives you a little bit of stress and anxiety, our body naturally goes through that wave of hitting the high, hitting the low. Good, you're trying to connect back into that diaphragmatic muscle, filling the ribs and belly. One more second here. On your next exhale, wrap those core muscles. Use your hand, you're gonna push yourself up. We're gonna come all the way up to standing again. Use your core to get you there. Breathe out. And then legs are gonna go side to side. So I call these star tap outs. If you are early on, or you're at a point where you're still jumping, feel free to make these jumping jacks. But the main thing here is to listen to your pelvic floor. Pain, pressure, leaking are all signs to scale way back. And I want you to think of energy coming out through your fingertips. You've got fireworks in those fingernails as you lift and lower your arms. Lots of energy. Really trying to get that heart rate up here. Good, starting to sweat. Feel that beating on your forehead. We've got 8, 7, where's your breath? 6, 5, 4, 3, guess what's coming up next? That rest, that nap on the floor. We're gonna hit the ground. Bring yourself all the way down. Use your breath to get there. Exhale, wrap those core muscles. Bring yourself down to either your back or the side lying position. Maybe you wanna flip and try the other side. So you're lying on the opposite shoulder this time. Inhale, ribs and belly. Now this is a mental game. Labor is a mental game, motherhood is a mental game. Can you stay in a nice positive place here with your thoughts as you connect to that breath, focusing on air going in, filling the balloon. Exhale, just release. No core breathing, belly pump here. You're just letting go. So you're trying to relax your pelvic floor. Maybe release your jaw, relax your tongue. And then once you feel that belly moving, you know that you're there. You're back into that parasympathetic nervous system. 2 more breaths here. On your next exhale, wrap or corset those core muscles. Use your hand, push yourself up, get yourself back up to standing. Here we go, round 3. We're gonna take a squat and a punch, and a squat and a punch. Find those legs, those glutes, getting you in and out of the floor. And we're gonna start with a slow pace. Start to feel those lower body muscles burn a little bit in the best way possible. And can you keep yourself moving through that discomfort? Can you connect to your breath? Can you connect to your core? We're gonna take a few more here, and then we're gonna start to go double time. And I want you to go into your head here. Breath, you're staying nice and positive. So maybe you're putting yourself on a beach somewhere. Maybe you're in bed taking a nap. Maybe you're in a dark room by yourself for some peace and quiet. You already have some little ones at home. We're almost there. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down onto the ground for that reset. Whew. Wrap those core muscles. Get yourself back down onto the ground. Close your eyes if that helps you connect. Inhale, exhale. Trying to send that air all the way down to your pelvis. So can you let go here? Check in. A lot of us hold tension on our pelvic floor, even when we're not moving. So can you find that release at the bottom of your body? Inhale, fill. Exhale, let go even further. Don't think of that lift. You're just trying to get back into that diaphragm, working as your main breathing muscle. Few more here. As we go more and more into the cardio, it might take you a little longer each time to get back to this place. Okay, one more exhale. We're gonna get ourselves back up. Exhale, wrap, hug those core muscles. Get yourself up to standing. Ready for it? We're gonna take a lunge in parallel. You're gonna step back. This is version 1. You're gonna come in and out of this glute. So this leg that's in front is your stabilizer. This one's just moving forward and back as you hold the balance. Lift it up on this side. I want you to feel this glute. I don't want it to be in your knee or your quad. You might have to adjust your upper body positioning. You might have to go a little more forward to make sure that it's there. Version 2 is to take this a little bigger with a kick. Step and kick, step. Check that upper body alignment. Whew. Down and up. If you've got your weights, you can add a little press back with those arms. Down and up. Make sure that knee is tracking right over your toes, that this knee isn't coming in or out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Whew. Take a breath, lift up on that standing leg. This is your stabilizer, all the way down, and up. Find that glute. This is your first connection here. Where do you need to place your upper body to make sure this glute is doing all the work? And then if you feel stable, you can start to take it into that balance. Open up your chest. Feel that connection from your ribs to your hips, even if there's a belly there kind of displacing you. I want you to feel that zip, that support up the front of the body. Good, keep breathing. Gotta wipe the sweat from my eye here. 8 more counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna come all the way down to the floor. That's it. Coming all the way down. I'm gonna lay on my other side this time. And make that cushion for your head. Close the eyes, that helps you connect. Relax your pelvic floor. Find that deep diaphragmatic breath. Slowing everything down here. How quickly can you return to using your parasympathetic nervous system, not your fight or flight mode stress response? One more breath. Or as long as you need it, obviously. Stay there as long as you can. We're gonna press up. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, head into a little bit of a stretch. Knees out to the sides, tailbone down, Energy out the top of the head. Bring your stretch forward. Just release the head and neck here. A few little shakes. Feeling that stretch through those inner thigh muscles, through the groin. We're gonna bring the knees back together. We're gonna head into a piriformis stretch. So cross your ankle over your knee. Flexion in this foot is gonna protect that knee joint. This might be your max here. Whew. Or you might have to pull that leg back and sit into it. If you need to go deeper yet, flex that foot. You can take some gentle rocks in and out of that position. For those of you that are super bendy, you might wanna take that double pigeon stack and come down into it that way instead. You're just breathing. No reason for that stress breath here at the end of our workout while we stretch. So we're trying to get back into that diaphragm. The most important muscle in your body. Switch over to the other side. Flexion the foot, protect the knee, open the chest. Head into whichever version of the stretch you need in order to feel that stretch right through here. Try to keep your shoulders out of your ears. Inhale, ribs and belly. Exhale, release. Let go of your pelvic floor. Let go of any tension that your body's holding on to. We're gonna take one leg out, one leg in. Lift those arms up. Feel that length up the sides of the body. And you're just gonna stretch over towards that extended leg. Now breathe into that side of the rib cage. And then we're gonna reach those fingertips up and away. Head over to the other side. Lift, lengthen your spine before you head into that stretch. Breathing. Never stopping to hold our breath in any of our movements, any of our stretches. And lengthen up and away. Any comfortable seat underneath you. Find that alignment. Sits bones are grounded with equal weight. Imagine those vertebrae stacked one on top of each other. Shoulders are down. Head is just floating on top of your spine. Take an inhale into your shoulders. And exhale, release them down. The last time I'm gonna let you do that. Now take an inhale into your ribs and belly. Exhale, release, let go. On your next inhale, scoop your hands up over your head. Exhale down through the center. Take that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And last time, inhale up. Gather that energy, pull it down to your forehead, pull it down to your heart. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.